Hi everyone and welcome. In today's lesson we will be learning about linear functions that are parallel. Now just like in our previous lesson we are given two straight lines, and in our purple line we are also given this equation, and we also are given this yellow line which is called G with 1 point on that linear line which is 2 and minus 2. We are also given extra information that these two lines are parallel to one another. Now, here we go. We also want to calculate the equation of this yellow straight line. Now, to calculate the equation of a straight line, we need to calculate the gradient as well as the y-intercept. But in this case, it's again very difficult to calculate the gradient because we only have 1 point on this straight line. So we have to try and find another way to calculate the gradient. Now in our previous lesson, we learned about lines that are perpendicular, but in this sketch there are no lines that are perpendicular to this straight line, so we cannot use that rule. But now we see that these two straight lines are parallel, so we can use this information. And what does this information teach us? Well, when two linear functions are parallel, their gradients are equal. So in other words, we have the gradient of this purple line, which is minus a half. And because this purple line is parallel to this yellow line, we know that the yellow line will have the same gradient. So the yellow line's gradient will also be minus a half. Now let's go and write that down. The gradient of f is equal to minus a half. Therefore, the gradient of g is also equal to minus a half. And how do we know that? Because fx is parallel to gx. Because when two linear functions are parallel, their gradients are equal. So now we know the gradient of this yellow line. So now we only have to calculate the y-intercept. So let's write down y is equal to mx plus c, and in the place of the gradient we can put minus a half. There we go. Now in the place of x and y we can put the coordinates of any point that's on the straight line. So in the place of x I'm going to put this 2, there we go. And in the place of y I'm going to put the minus 2, and there we go. And once we do this calculation you will see that our y-intercept is equal to minus 1. And there we go. We can also see that we are correct because this point looks like as if it could be minus 1. So gx is equal to minus half an x minus 1. And that is the equation of our yellow line. Okay, excellent. I hope you could follow, and see you again next time. Bye.